Greetings, Dr. Yung-Chou. My name is Ranella Ravaliere, and I am pleased to present the case topic, using social media to your advantage. First, we begin with a brief background about the case. It has been recognized that some organizations are not utilizing social media to their fullest potential. As recent studies show, in 2010, only 19 of the top 50 chief executives in the world had Facebook accounts. Only 6 had LinkedIn pages, and only 2 regularly used Twitter or blogs to communicate. Companies are worried about the upcoming of the new social media because they are wary of the results of communication. However, it is determined that social media is the most effective way to communicate with clients and employees alike. There is a need for companies to get with the trends and be a part of the evolution of social media to enhance their businesses. What is social media? Websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking. We begin by stating the key issues of this case. The first, controlling social media communications may be difficult. It may be difficult for businesses to control communications on social media. An example of this is in the case of Microsoft, who found out when a professional blogger it hired spent more time promoting himself than getting positive information about the company. Second, spillage of intellectual property. Companies need to ensure that sensitive data or information is protected, such as personal identifiable information, vendor cost price list, employee client health records, contracts, and financial data. Third, constant effort to provide interesting content on social media platforms. Sites that are rarely updated can send a very negative message about the organization of engagement with the world. Now we begin with the case question and answer. Question 1. Do you think organizations need to have a social media presence today? Are the drawbacks sufficient to make you think it is better for them to avoid certain media? Yes, organizations need to have a social media presence in today's society because it is very efficient. Over the years, social media has grown tremendously. It began as a way to keep in contact with family and friends. However, it quickly evolved into a medium by which organizations are able to share and interact with their online audience. Yes, I strongly believe that every organization needs some type of social media presence in today's society due to how efficient and successful social media has made marketing a company become. With advancements in technology, information is just a click away. Because of this, companies need to ensure that their social media accounts are up to date and relevant. Social media, along with the internet, has made finding information or expressing opinions much easier. Therefore, I do think organizations need to have a social media presence for three such reasons, which include quick response to questions and queries. Customers often reach out to organizations on social media to ask questions or report issues. Organizations can use this media to communicate with the customers quickly. 2, build community engagement. Social media allows for easy interaction with prospects and customers and receive consistent real-time feedback from them. 3, engage with customers globally. In order to get the most impact out of your organization's content, you should distribute content in the channel where it is most likely to grab attention. Most people spend huge amounts of time on social media platforms, scrolling, creating, sharing, liking, and commenting on content. The best solution for a company is posting information in places where it can be seen. Are the drawbacks sufficient to make you think it is better for them to avoid certain media? There are drawbacks. However, they are not sufficient. Misinterpreting social media messages, negative messages, and privacy concerns are all drawbacks businesses face when they use social media. Businesses can counteract these drawbacks by having a social media team within the marketing department who quickly catches and resolves these issues. Companies should be mindful and only allow the right people to represent them on social media. Question 2. What features would you look for in a social media outlet? What type of information would you avoid making part of your social media strategy? Features that I would look for in a social media outlet are, firstly, effectiveness. Nothing is more important than an organization being effective. Tasks must always be done in a professional manner to meet company standards. Efficiency. Efficiency is an essential feature in a social media outlet. Efficiency also relates to cost analysis, which means the cost at which it costs an organization to market or advertise on the particular social media outlet. Thirdly, accessibility. As an organization, the goal is to reach as many people as possible. And by doing so, an organization needs to make their websites usable for as many people as possible. What type of information would you avoid making part of your social media strategy? I would avoid discussing about my financial information on social media because it is not secure or it is no longer private. Negative or sensitive subjects should never be appropriate for organizations to discuss via social media. These subjects include religion, politics, and unverified current events. Question 3. Which social media source do you think are most useful for organizations to send communication to external stockholders, like stockholders or customers? Are different social medias more appropriate for communicating with employees? The most useful social media sources that an organization should use to communicate to external stockholders include Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, email, and Facebook. These social media sources are the most common and appropriate for fast sending of information to stockholders or customers. Almost everyone nowadays has access to these social media sources, therefore making them the most appropriate. An example of this, Facebook allows business Facebook allows businesses to upload pictures and videos from their business pages, allowing new customers to see the products without even visiting your premises. Are different social medias more appropriate for communicating with employees? I believe that different social media platforms are more appropriate to communicate with employees. I would prefer sending a message to an employee via Outlook email rather than messaging them through their personal Facebook or Instagram account, which would seem rather inappropriate. Question 4. What do you think is the future direction of social media? How might emerging technologies change them? I cannot predict the future. However, based on the evolution of social media throughout the years, it is evident that there is greater to come. With new discoveries, inventions, and innovative thinking, we can rest assured that a lot of positive developments are to be made on social media in the near future. At the rate at which social media has grown, I believe there will be development of more apps that help us to interact with the world and probably, perhaps, the unknown. How might emerging technologies change them? Technology is the key to every innovative and creative business. With development and discoveries of new technology, the social media business will flourish. Every organization is trying to improve its technology to facilitate it in achieving its organizational goals faster. As long as technology continues to be dynamic, social media will continue to be more and more successful. This is the end of my presentation. Once again, I am Ranella Ravaliere. Thank you for listening.